Poznań Old Town is the centermost neighbourhood of the city of Poznan in western Poland, covering the area of the once walled medieval city of Poznan. It is called Stare Miasto in Polish, although that name may also refer to the wider administrative district of Stare Miasto, which extends to most of the city centre and northern parts of the city. The Old Town is centred on Stary Rynek, the old market square where the historic Poznań Town Hall stands. It represents the glory of Poznan, from its foundation in 1253. One of Town Hall's towers hosts two small billy goats, which butt their heads together every day at noon. At the western end of the Old Town is the Pashemicial Hill on which the king's castle once stood. The medieval royal castle in Poznan has been reconstructed between 2011 and 2016. The city walls were taken down when the city expanded in the early 19th century, but the street layout of the Old Town still corresponds closely to that of the former protected city, with a grid of narrow streets. Surviving fragments of the walls, some of which have been further reconstructed, can be seen on Stana Street, Ludgardy Street, next to Chopin Park in the south of the Old Market Square, and best parts are on Mastolarska Street in the north. Poznań Old Town is listed as one of Poland's official National Historic Monuments, as designated November 28, 2008, along with other portions of the city's historic core. Its listing is maintained by the National Heritage Board of Poland. Old Market Square, the original settlement of Poznan, was on the river island of Ostrow Tumski, and dates from at least the 9th century. The Old Town neighbourhood, however, corresponds to the city on the left bank of the Warta, to the west of Ostrow Tumski, which received its charter in 1253. The Old Market Square is the large square on which the Old Town neighbourhood is centred. The sides of the square measure approximately 140 metres. There is a group of buildings in the central part of the square, chief of which is the Old Town Hall. On each side of the square are tall rows of former tenement houses, many of which are now used as restaurants, cafes and pubs. The square was originally laid out in around 1253, with each side divided into 16 equal plots, and many changes to architectural layout and style were made over the centuries. Major changes were made from 1550 onwards by Giovanni Battista di Quadro, who reconstructed the town hall and several other buildings in Renaissance style. Most of the buildings in the square were reconstructed following heavy damage in the Battle of Poznan. The central group of buildings includes the Old Town Hall, standing in the northeast corner of the central building group. A row of merchants' houses, dating from the 16th century, painted in a multicolored design, with an arcade containing souvenir stalls, facing east. One of the houses displays the coat of arms, a herring and 3 palms, of the Merchants' Guild from which the houses take their name. The former town chancellery, adjoining the merchants' houses, facing south. The Old Town Weighing House, behind the town hall, facing north. This was first built 1532 to 1534, reconstructed 1563, demolished as unsafe in 1890, rebuilt in its former style in 1950 to 1960 based on surviving prints, renovated in 2002, now used for weddings and other functions. The Guardhouse, facing west, originally an 18th century wooden building, rebuilt in classical style in 1783 to 1787, heavily damaged in 1945, rebuilt 1949 to 1951 and used as a museum. It now houses a museum dedicated to the Greater Poland Uprising. The Arsenal Gallery, a post-war building, standing on the site of a former market building which was used as an arsenal from the 17th century, and was destroyed in 1945. The Wilkapolska Military Museum, a modern building standing on the site of a former cloth hall. The cloth hall existed from 1386 until it was converted into houses in the 19th century. Notable houses among those around the edge of the square include Nos. 45, 46 and 47 on the east side of the square, which house a museum of musical instruments. No. 48, a reconstructed Gothic building, behind which archaeologists have discovered the remains of a late 13th century merchant's house, the oldest known brick building in the left bank city, which probably belonged to the city's founder, Thomas of Guben. No. 50, a reconstructed late Gothic building, on whose wall is a plaque showing the maximum water level during the city's worst ever flood in 1736. No. 78 on the west side, known as the Gialiński Palace. No. 91 on the north side, known as the Mielzynski Palace. Other features of the square are a punishment post and a fountain depicting Proserpina, on the eastern side in front of the town hall, a statue of St. John Nepomucene, and fountains depicting the gods Apollo, Neptune and Mars. Within the central group of buildings is a water fountain depicting a Bamber woman. Streets in the Old Town. The following is a list of present-day names of streets within the area of the former walled city. Streets to the north of the market square. Ul. Stana, approximately following the line of the northern section of the former town walls. Ul. Mastolarska, running west and then south at the northeast corner of the Old Town. Part of a bastion from the town wall system stands adjacent to the street. There is also a section of wall, again mostly reconstructed, running between Mastolarska and Stana. Owl. Mokra, connecting Raniecka and Zajdowska. Owl. Dominikanska, running east from Zajdowska. Owl. Kramarska, parallel to the north edge of the market square. Owl. 23 Ludigo, an extension of Kramarska, leading west out of the Old Town neighborhood. Owl. Shevska, running north and south from Dominikanska. Owl. Zajdowska, running north from the northeast corner of the square. The northeastern part of the town was formerly the Jewish quarter. Owl. Raniecka, running north, centrally in relation to the square. It led to the Ronki Gate, beginning a northward route which crossed the Warta River at Ronki. Owl. Rinkowa, a short street between the northwest corner of the square and Kramarska. Streets to the east of the market square. Owl. Velka, running east from the northeast corner of the square. It led to the Great Gate, the main eastern exit from the town towards the cathedral. Owl. Wasna, running east, centrally in relation to the square. Owl. Wadna, running east from the southeast corner of the square. It led to the Watergate, which gave access to the island of Grobla. The name alludes to the river. On the street close to the market square is the former palace of the Gorka family, now an archaeological museum. Owl. Klasterna, parallel to the east side of the square. Owl. Sluserska, parallel to and east of Klasterna. Streets to the south of the market square. Owl. Kozia, parallel to the south side of the square. It was probably named after a sign showing goats. Owl. Golubia, parallel to and south of Kozia. Owl. Yaskolcha, connecting Skolna and Wrocławska, south of Golubia, on the line of the former walls. Owl. Skolna, running south from the southwest corner of the square. Owl. Wrocławska, running south, centrally in relation to the square. Owl. Swedosławska, running south from the southeast corner of the square, to the Fara. It is named after Saint Swetoslaw, the church's patron. Plak Kalajiaki, a square at the east end of Kozia and Golubia, with the former Jesuit college, which now serves as the city government's offices, on its southern side. Owl. Zabramka, leading south from Plak Kalajiaki. Streets to the west of the market square. Owl. Padaruskiego, running west from the southeast corner of the square. This street was extended westwards at the time of the demolition of the city walls at the start of the 19th century, to connect the old town with the new district around today's Plak Wolnoshi. Its present name is linked to the speech given by Ignacy Paderewski at the Bazaar Hotel in December 1918, precipitating the Greater Poland Uprising. Owl. Franciszkańska, running west, centrally in relation to the square. A Franciscan monastery stands there. Góra Przemysława Hill, a street named after the hill on which the royal castle stood, running on the slope of that hill, between Zamkowa and Franciszkańska. Owl. Zamkowa, a short street leading west and then north, from the northwest corner of the square. Owl. Siroka, parallel to the west side of the square. Owl. Myrna, connecting Paderewskiego and Kozia. Owl. Ledgardy, connecting Paderewskiego and Franciszkańska, on the line of the former walls. A monument to the Greater Poland Uprising stands there.